everybody. It is Carl and Jose. And you're watching Talking Ball, and my camera is very messed up right now. But Jose, how are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. All the better for seeing you in one piece.
Back at you. Yeah. We don't have to tell everybody about that. That's embarrassing. But I am gonna do this so everyone can see me a little better. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Good to see everybody. And Jose, we've got some transfer movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some transfer movement.
Well,
We all knew it was coming.
I'm interested. I'm interested in how you are with all the news. I know how I am, and I'm completely chilled. Listen, we've got Werner through the door. He's been announced. I'm not sure whether he had the jersey on and whether he's in the building, but he's definitely.
I saw him holding it. I think, unless that was photoshopped.
Well, he's definitely made a statement, and in his statement, he quite clearly states the reasons why he came to the club, and his love for the Premiership. It's how Tottenham were a hard team to play against, even when he played with Leipzig against us, and then he played for Chelsea against us. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who he played for. He always had respect for the club when he played against us. Says the stadium is an absolutely magnificent place. Talked about his conversation with Postecoglou and what Postecoglou said to him about what he can bring to the team and stuff like that, and that he can play anywhere on the front three and everything. So at the end of the day, everything that he spoke about was really, really good. He wants to be here, and that's what we want. We want players that want to be here and players that buy into what Angie's selling them, basically. So for me, yeah, I'm happy to have Werner on board. I've said I think it's a good deal, and I said this the other day for different reasons, all across the board. I think it's a good deal, and yet he's across the line, and he's a Tottenham player. So that means he will be, barring any mishaps between now and Sunday, he will be in the squad. He will train with the rest of the players. I don't know whether he'll train tomorrow, because it depends where. If mind you, he's over it because he had his second part of his medical, so he's here. So the likelihood is he's training with the team as from tomorrow. So he will definitely be involved in one shape or form on Sunday, which means that we're adding depth, and we're adding people to the playing squad.
Exactly, and it's what we've all been crying out for. What's more intriguing to me than that deal? We all knew that was going to happen. We knew yesterday, we were going to get him. It looks very, very likely. All signs.
You got on mute. I lost you. No, you're back again. You're back.
Am I back? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So we knew that signing was going to happen. We knew we were going to get Werner. And in the chat, we've got my mom here saying Werner is ours. Now get us a center back pronto. If Bayern beats us to drag us, and so be it. But we need reinforcements. That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. Everybody seems to be flipping their lids over this, like, Bayern interest in Dragon.
Sorry, before you go on to that, I want to hear your take on the Werner deal. So, but before you do that, you've got says big up lads and Ash. See, you've moved the show to 10 p.m. Is this going to be a regular now? No, the reason why this is because Colin had things to do this afternoon, so we had to change the show, and we've changed the timing of the show tonight to fit around. This is before any news broke or anything like that. We said we'd come on at 10 o'clock because Colin was busy doing things today. So it's his day off work. So he has a real day job. So it was his day off work. So we can afford to, on a Tuesday, to go later. And that's why we've gone tonight, Ellie, just to let you know. Then you've got, let me have a look. You've got Shanata. Good evening, Shanata. Oh, good morning. It's my good evening to you, and Colin's good afternoon to your good morning, Shanata. Nice to have you here.
So glad. That's why I was glad we could go at this time. I was like, we'll see our Australian friends. So
yeah. That's another reason is to accommodate our Australian brothers and sisters. We'll explain more how we're going to accommodate you. So you got big up from Mark Cousins. Have we signed anyone yet? Or are we just talking about them? Cosmic, Sean's in the house. Big up, Sean. How are you, mate?
Hope your toe is doing better, mate.
And then we've got Mick Vickers. Good evening, Mick Vickers. How are you?
Mick Vickers.
Look at that.
Mom, thank you. Stop giving me money. You know, I'm just gonna ask you for more later. Big up, Ma. Big love. Thank you for all of your support. I couldn't do it without you. My
Thank,
mom's the best. Everybody, she's awesome.
thank you very much, Julie.
Thank
And
you,
then we
Mama.
also just popped in just now. You've got Leo, Mile High Hotspur.
Big up, Leo. What is up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Do you know? Let's see if Leo's not busy. He might want to pop on. Do you want to pop on, Leo? And
Yeah,
join
Leo,
us?
let us know, man. The link is abound. We've got the link, buddy.
So yeah, if you want to come on, let Colin know, and Colin will send the link to you.
Absolutely, 100%,
Um,
big time, big time. But yeah, so
so
you were
yeah,
asking how I
sorry,
felt about the
Hold on,
deal.
sorry. And whilst we're there, I will say that we have posted the link in the chat. It's pinned to the chat for memberships. So if anyone wants to become a member, we have posted the link in the chat. The link's in the chat for Talk and Ball, because Talk and Ball are the ones that have memberships. If you're watching on LTL Cockerel, I have nowhere near having any memberships. So therefore, forget about looking and saying, why can't I subscribe? It's because I haven't got them. It's Talk and Ball that have them. Anyway,
You haven't got them yet.
yeah, well, right. So Werner, let's go back to you, sir. Werner.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I was saying the other day, you were the one that kind of got me excited about the transfer. I was pretty sure that he was more of like an out and out striker. I don't want to say a Kane replacement, but I thought that he played more the way Kane does. You know, back to goal, purely like a finisher. I didn't know there were other facets of his game, but then talking to you, you told me about his speed, about his like direct style of play. I think that'll be great, especially with Sonny gone. Depending on what we're going to do with Son, we're going to need more players for the front three. I think it's an awesome signing, especially for the free, right? I don't think we're paying a loan fee, from what I understand. And then that possible buy option is so cheap. So I'm really happy about it. Really happy. I know that some people are very underwhelmed. That's fine. I don't know who those people thought we would be bringing in this January. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what's got them so underwhelmed, because it's not like we were going to bring in Kylian Mbappe or anybody like that, even though I had him on the thumbnail the other day. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what he can do. And I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that he surprises everybody and kind of maybe puts a lot of the doubters, proves them wrong. But I'm excited about it. I think he'll do a good job. He's always looked dangerous to me whenever we've played against him. He's scored against us before. I'm excited, Jose. I'm excited. I'm always happy to see somebody else come through the door, be happy, and like you said, be excited to join the team. That's a big one for me. If you're not excited, if you're not 100% on board, then go away. It sounds like he's fully bought in. So I think that, the loan, I predict the loan's going to go well, and I predict we exercise that buy clause this summer. I'm really excited, thrilled, honestly. Couldn't be happier. I mean, I'd be happier, I guess, if it was Dragusin, but we don't know really anything about that yet, from what I understand, unless I'm way behind on that. The last hour and a half or so, I have not been with the news, so I am not 100% sure about that. But yeah, I mean, as long as the Werner thing, let me go back. The Werner thing has me excited, and I'm excited to hear what you've got to say about the Dragusin deal.
That's a bit of a corny one, but asking me now.
Yeah.
Right, so just bear with me. I'm just typing something in at a moment, and then I'll be with you.
You're good.
So what do I think of the Dragusin deal? Right, to me, I'm really, really calm on the matter. At the end of the day, if Dragusin wants to come, he will come. We only want players at the club that want to come, and that's my be all and end all. So I'm not stressing. I ain't fretting. If he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he didn't. We do need centre backs, and that we do know. But to me, if he comes, he comes. If he didn't, he didn't. So at the moment, where we are with this deal is that he supposedly has agreed terms on that with Tottenham. And now Bayern have come in and they've put a bid that's acceptable to Genoa. And basically, the player's got to make a decision on what he wants to do. So You know, at the end of the day, I'm not stressing. If he wants to come to Tottenham, he will come. If he doesn't want to come to Tottenham, then he ain't the right player. We want players that want to come to us. So let's wait and see what pans out. They're saying that he's got to make a decision tonight or in the next few hours. That's what Romano said. So to me, that would mean he has to make a decision tonight. So I'm sure by the morning, my morning, which will be your evening, it'll be my morning, your evening, I reckon that we'll know whether he wanted to come or not. Simple as.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
stressing. I'm not stressing. I'm not fretting.
There's other defenders on the market. You know what I mean? There's other defenders out there. And like you said, if he doesn't want to be here, then don't bring him. But I think that just because Bayern had a bid accepted doesn't mean that it's fallen through. I think everybody assumes that it's fallen through because Bayern have had a bid accepted, but that isn't really how transfers work.
A lot of people are going to turn around and say and push the narrative. There are different narratives that are being pushed out there at the moment. And one of the narratives that's being pushed out there is, if Bayern come in for him and it's Tottenham against Bayern, who are you going to pick? You're going to pick Tottenham, who are in nothing at all this year, or are you going to go for Bayern, who are likely to win their title because it's a one team league, and people call it a farmers league. I think that's disrespectful. It's a one team league, and also they're in the Champions League, or is he going to come to Tottenham, who can't offer him that at the moment? However, what I think people fail to see is the other narrative that I'd push is that with foreign players and seeing that he's Romanian, these people have got stuff about them normally. And he was at Juventus when Bentancur was there, when Kulu was there. And I think he was there when Romero was there. I think him and Romero were signed for at a similar time, and both were farmed out different pathways. I don't know whether Dragusin went to Samp to start off with, and Romero went out on loan to someone as well, but they got loaned out from Juve. So they have crossed paths. So the one thing is that at this present moment in time, Dragusin knows some of the players over at the club. Yeah. And then when you look at Bayern Munich, if he goes to Bayern Munich, is he going to get the game time? Will he get more game time at Bayern Munich than what he'll get at Tottenham? Because I understand him, being 21 years of age, he's going to want to play football, mate. But does he get more game time at Bayern with the centre-backs they've already got there? You know, and the other narrative is that I'm going to push out there as well, which people are saying, is before 2 weeks ago, when his name first surfaced,
did anybody know who Dragusin was?
How many people could tell me they knew who Radu Dragusin was and what he was about and what he was doing for Bologna? You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of moving parts, and to me, I'm calm, man. Let's see what happens. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, regardless of what happens, we'll bring a centre half in. We will. We're not. I don't think that the club's going to be remiss enough not to plug the hole that's gaping there. We need centre backs. At least one. I'd like two, but we need at least one. So, yeah, at the end of the day, we'll get whoever it is, we'll get someone in. If he wants to come, all well and good. If he doesn't want to come, we move on. Simple. That's my take on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, I don't know. I just hate this narrative that just because Bayern comes in for a player means that they're gone. You know, that they've gone. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a very positive way of looking at your own club. You know what I mean? Like, we're not nobodies. We're Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know. I feel like maybe people are taking this a bit too. I think they're worrying a bit too much. I know that everybody's antsy about getting a center back in, and I still am very confident that we'll get one, if not two, center backs in. But I don't know. Just it's the 9th. You know, I know that we're getting close. I know that was Postecoglou quoted as saying he wanted somebody brought in the first week. I think that was bandied around.
I think early is what he was saying. He wants it done early, and from previous, I think we had people like Ian Meth that's been on the show. Good old Ian telling us that normally he does his business quite early. Simple as.
All right. Well, I mean, and hopefully it continues that way. But we know that, you know, things at our club run a certain way. I mean, it's I don't know. Here's another question for you. People are saying this is like typical Levy stuff, haggling over 4 or 5 mil or whatever. The price difference between what they were asking, what we were offering was. Do you think that that's Levy, or do you think that that's the team that we brought in to do transfers? I mean, you know what I mean? I guess I'm asking, do you think Levy still has a bit of a hand in this, or do you think that it's all been turned over to Longa and Scott Munn and Paratici and guys like that?
If there's failure from
basically people are saying typical Levy haggling over 4 or 5 million, you know, whereas I don't think this really has Daniel Levy's stink on it to me.
Right, what am I going to say about this one? Right, so for me,
anything you want. Don't feel like you gotta censor yourself. You can say.
No, I'm not censoring myself. I'm not a person, and I don't want to be the person that's going to go and rant and rave. So I'm thinking about this, and the way that I'm looking at this is that right. The way that I'm looking at this is that at the end of the day, Levy has a team there now. He's got Munn, he's got Langer, he's got McDermott, he's got all these people. Surely these people identify data-driven, identify eyes only, however you do it, they all identify, see whatever they see, and then they go for it. And they and then make the deals happen. The only thing is, and it depends which way you're going to look at it, is that, you know, if someone's agreed terms with you a week ago, then why has it taken them a week to get to where we are now? And it could be a whole load of moving parts that have got us there. Some people could say it's stalling from the club and not closing the deal because of the amount of money that's been going on and stuff like that. Some people could say the agent played his part in this as well, trying to drum up support and get others to come in as well. It could well be that they got wind that Bayern were looking at him as well. A week ago, I mean, we knew that Milan. Well, we were told that Milan were looking at him. We were told that Napoli were looking at him. Napoli put some sort of a bid in. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I'm just as calm as if the player wants to come, then he's the right player for us. If the player chooses Bayern, then he wasn't the right player for us. I'd rather have a player that's all in 100. He could still be all in 100. I want someone that's all in 100 for the team, not someone that, you know, stalls, picks and chooses and stuff like that, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's not the kind of player you're going to need at the club.
100%. And it's not. We've noticed that players seem to kind of be willing to, similar to Pochettino, seem kind of like willing to bleed for Postecoglou. And if Dragoson's going to choose Bayern over Spurs, he was never going to bleed for Postecoglou anyway, bleed for Spurs anyway. So yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. Let's see what the chat has to say about this, because they're going. The chat is going.
So you got Leo said he's on his way home, but he's beat, so he's on his way home. Mark saying, where is Dragoson, whatever his name is, we need centre backs. The Dragoson non-deal, you mean Colin, is what he's saying to you. Yes. Your mum says, have I mentioned how much I hate Bayern? Still smarting about Kane.
At least he didn't go to Chelsea or City or United.
Yeah. And you've got Cosmic Sean saying, To's feeling bad, we need to clown around after the show and put some of your things back together. Hit me up. So that's more for you. Big up, lads. Hi, Lee Smith.
Hey, what's up, bro?
If I speak, I'm in big trouble, Mr. Daigle.
Is that a certain Portuguese man behind your keyboard by chance? What's up, Brian Daigle? Good to have you here, buddy.
And Mark says, when will people realise we ain't winning nothing whilst Levy's here? He's only interested in getting 4th place and Champions League money. Levy out. And then you got Steak from Alexander Hilton.
Steak. I wouldn't feel like it was a real show if we didn't get the steak from Alexander Hilton. So thank you, Alex, for blessing us with some steak. But yeah, I mean, to Mark, I'm gonna go back to Mark's comment here, and like, oh look, and Dry Roast Peanut is with me. Dry Roast Peanut still has hope. I also still have hope, Dry Roast Peanut. So big up to you. And I really think that, you know, it's only a matter of time until somebody's brought in. We've seen this before with Paratici, where we've got players in mind. How many people thought we were getting Raya this past summer, only for Vicario to show up? Only for Vicario to show up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a name that we haven't even been linked with, you know, pop up in the coming days. You know, would that surprise you, Jose, if we got in somebody completely unknown?
No, I'm not surprised about anything at all that Tottenham do. Look, you can't say one thing with one hand and take away with the other. The other day we did a show, and quite often we do shows, and we talk about a certain cook in the kitchen, Chef Paratici, and we know how he operates, and he always has people on the boil. He's got pots and pans cooking all at the same time. So at the end of the day, you can never discount it. However, without discounting it and stuff like that, I would turn around and say that, yeah, we all thought he was going for Riot. We ended up with Vicario. I heard the boo-hoo, the hoo-ha, and the crying from people saying, you know, starting with all this stuff back then, and Vicario is a sign of the season.
Absolutely.
To be quite fair. We dillied and dallied between, to be fair, in the summer, we dillied and dallied between, forget his name, the centre back that we were going for in the summer.
Tosin?
No.
Oh, yeah. Why can't I think of it either? It was a pretty big name. It was a pretty big name player, if I'm not mistaken.
He was the guy that plays for the German leaders at the moment. Anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was a toss up between. It was all we heard was him and Van der Ven, and then
and supposedly the other guy was the better player too. Do you remember everybody saying that?
Well, no, Tapsoba. That's it. Alex was just reminding me. Yeah, it's Tapsoba. So
Thanks,
it was Tapsoba, and what we were hearing about Tapsoba Van der Ven all throughout the summer, and then some people were in the camp that Tapsoba is already more of a kind of player that Postecoglou would want now. He's more ready made. Van der Ven's younger. Ceiling could be higher with Van der Ven, but the majority of people were in the camp for Tapsoba coming. Well, we pulled the trigger on Van der Ven. Now we've only seen Van der Ven up until he got injured, but that looks like it was a healthy appointment as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely, 100%.
We signed the doggy, and then the doggy was loaned back to a club. So we signed the doggy, didn't get to see him for a year. We've now seen a doggy. I mean, Lee Smithy Smith is one of the fortunate ones. He goes to the matches, so Lee gets to see these players that we bought, and you know, and so Lee would have a great opinion because he sees these players live. You know, at the end of the day, you've got Vicario wanted to come to Tottenham. Van der Ven wanted to come to Tottenham. Udogie wanted to come to Tottenham. I mean, the list continues of the players that Ange has spoken to them.
Looks like Werner wanted to come to Tottenham.
And Werner wanted to come to Tottenham. But they're not the only ones. Brennan Johnson wanted to come to Tottenham.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, James Maddison wanted to come to Tottenham. So at the end of the day, for me, as I said, I just want players that want to come and want to play for the badge and want to play for the team. And, you know, they want to come and play for the badge and want to come play for the team. I don't want players that are half-hearted and are just chasing. I mean, you can't blame players. Players will want to go for whatever they think is the right deal for them. Money, social aspect, life, new country, new beginnings. You know, and it's got to suit them. And if we are what we're meant to be, and London suits, he will come here. If it's not us that suits and it's Munich that suits him, he'll go to Munich. Or he'll go to Napoli, or he'll go to Milan. He'll go to wherever he thinks will suit him best for his career. But all the noises have been Tottenham up until now. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm just chilled. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'm not going to get alarmed. At the end of the day, we will bring in a centre-back. But who that centre-back? If Dragosin moves on, then we move on to another centre-back. But I will say, I'm not in favour of falling back down the queue and and then ending up with a Lloyd Kelly. That's not what I'm looking for. To me,
so Premier League proven doesn't really matter to you. You're just looking for a player that can play the system, that has the attributes
the player. I want someone that's been identified by Postecoglou through his eyes, has been identified, if we do down the data-driven route, has been identified not only through Postecoglou's eyes, but through the data-driven, everything aligns, so they all align, and they go for the player. So they've done the background checks on the player's caliber, what he's like with people, what he's going to be like coming to a new country or a new team, to check the players out. Because the players that we've brought back in so far, we've built a really good team spirit at Tottenham, or Ange has built a really good team spirit at Tottenham, and that's because he's picked players, and we brought players in that have gelled and are all pushing in the right direction. We don't need bad apples, so we can't go out buying rotten fruit, so to speak. We have to buy fresh fruit, and that's what I want. At the end of the day, I just want people to come to our club that want to play for the team.
100%. I went ahead and started, but we might as well get to it. Kev Williams is in the chat. Big up, Kev, with a question for us. I said, would Bayern have come in like they have done, regardless of how Levy has approached the Dragusin deal? I'm curious to know your thoughts. And I will, again, answer this with a non-answer, because that's my favorite thing to do. I don't know if Levy has been approaching the Dragusin deal. You know what I mean? Obviously, he would have to sign off on things. He's going to have probably the final yes or no as chairman, as to whether or not we do sign the check and or so to speak, and get them through the door. But I don't know. I think to say that it's Levy approaching Dragusin, I feel like that's kind of it's not really fair to say when there are so many hands in on these deals. You know what I mean?
To me, for me, listen, at the end of the day, for me, the way that I see it is a player has agreed terms with the club, right? Obviously, the fees, the buying club will have a fee in mind that they think that player's worth. The selling club will have a fee in their mind that they think the player's worth. Then you have an agent that's there to drive up prices, right? And then you have an agent there that's not only there to drive up prices, but is there also, if there's if the agent gets wind that Genoa are prepared to do a deal, then the agent's going to go and do his work. The agent's going to tout him and contact these contacts and say, yeah, we've got X, Y, and Z available if you fancy it, and the bid's currently at blah blah, or the team's looking for blah blah. At the end of the day, there's a lot of moving parts. To me, I really don't care. Honestly, I really don't care. At the end of the day, if the man if he wants to come to Tottenham, he will come. If he doesn't want to come to Tottenham, it's obviously he wasn't the right person. It's a simple
100%. Yeah.
William, when we had William and he'd done his medical and all that, and William went to Chelsea, he went to Chelsea. And you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, he went to Chelsea. So he wasn't the right man for our team because he chose to go to Chelsea. So therefore, all we've got to do is accept it. Some deals go your way, some deals don't. It's as simple as that. I'm not looking any other way.
Big up, Kev. Thanks for the question, my man. And Jose, I agree with you completely. If the player doesn't want to, if the player wanted to come and was all about it, I think he would be here probably by now. If he had given us like the green light, the yes, definitely, yes, I think that we could have pushed. I think he could have pushed his parent club. I think he could probably be here by now. I think some of it lies on the player as well as the ones on our end making the deal. He's at the end of the day, he's got to decide. But yes, Kev, thanks for the question, man. Keep them coming, brother. And then in the chat, of course, we've got Adrian Stroka saying good evening. All good evening back, Adrian. It's very late. I guarantee you have the robe on. Adrian in his robe. Good to have you here with us, Adrian. We appreciate you. Mark Cousins, though, saying that Dragusin could have been here by now if it wasn't for Levy arguing over 50p. We've already kind of put out our feelings on that one there. Next, we've got Adrian again saying, "Oh, sorry, I pulled up as you did." How do you pronounce that guy's first name?
Loic. Yeah, Loic. Yeah.
Loic Bade from Sevilla is Spurs plan B if Dragusin decides on Bayern.
The problem I've got, can I say, Adrian? The problem I've got with Loic Bade, right, is that he was loaned from a French club to Nottingham Forest last season at the beginning of the season. By this time last year, he'd already been loaned to Nottingham Forest. It was when Nottingham Forest bought 34 players, right? So he was loaned to Nottingham Forest, and by the winter transfer window, Nottingham Forest had given him back to his parent club, the French club, because he'd made 0 appearances. Not 1 minute he played for Nottingham Forest in the first half of the season. He was sent back to his parent club. His parent club then sent him out to Sevilla on loan. He did whatever he did at Sevilla, and Sevilla have now purchased him. So to me, the only thing I'd say about his late Baba is, why didn't he's come to the English Premier League? Why didn't he play a game for Nottingham Forest? And that to me, I mean, there might be an ulterior reason, I don't know, but that to me rings alarms bells straight away. If he's come on loan to the EPL and he didn't get game time at all at Nottingham Forest, what's the score there? What's the crack? Do you know what I mean? So he didn't make it a Forest. That doesn't mean there could have been something behind that. I actually don't know. There could have been something behind it.
Clauses or something, maybe, I don't know. But
it's not clauses. If you're good enough, you end up playing. But he didn't play 1 minute. So, mind you, I could be all wrong here, Colin. He might have had an injury. I don't know. It's weird that he didn't play 1 minute for Forest. And the minute that he was brought back and sent out to Sevilla for the second half of the season, he ended up getting minutes in that. So, at the end of the day, Lee Smith says, I can see it being Lloyd Kelly if we miss out on Dragon's.
Oh, that is the last thing that Jose wants. Thanks for sitting down, Call. You were making me anxious. Yeah, I was feeling a little anxious myself, so I thought, hey, I'll sit down.
No, what it is, Dry Roasted Peanut, is Colin's become a pro now, right? So Colin's become a pro. So he's got this setup and that he can stand up and do the show as well as sitting down. He's got all these gizmos and fancy
I need to cover up the window now, and I'll be good. That's the last bit. But yeah.
But you can stand up. But you was telling me the other day, he said, I can stand up and I can talk and walk and stand up while I'm doing the show. So, yeah, he makes me anxious as well, Dry Roasted Peanut, but it's because Colin's becoming a professional. Good evening. Good morning, David Shear. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. Nice to see you here. Cobber. Yeah. Alexandra Hilton.
Don't want Lloyd Kelly anywhere near the club, injury prone, and is not on the level of Tottenham.
And then we've got a lot of hello into each other. You've got Adrian Schroeder saying Middlesbrough won, Chelsea 0 full time, that was a semi-final of the League Cup, the first leg. And we've got a brilliant result from David Shear.
Yes, absolutely.
Mark Cousins said, and I did say that, didn't I, Mark? I did say that he did come in with a whole 30, would they make 34 signings?
A lot.
No, they did. They made 34, including the winter window. They'd made 34 new signings in the summer and winter window last season. But regardless of the 30, if I look at the players that they brought in, they might have been better players. Well, on paper, they seem to be better players than what they had when they come up from the Championship. But if you couldn't get into that team ahead of some other people, then there must be something wrong, is what I've got to say. So, and we've been graced by an ex-professional, Dave Ginola.
Oh, I'd rather have
Grace Kelly than Lloyd Kelly.
I love it. I don't know if you have any reanimation techniques that to bring her back to life, but if you do, I could think of some better people we could use it on to put on the squad. Wait, Grace Kelly is not alive anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah, Grace Kelly's passed away.
I was hoping I was correct there. If you do have the power to bring people back to life, Dave, I can think of some better ones. For sure. Pele, we can bring Pele back.
Dave shit, but she's dead, Dave. Oh. Yeah.
Big up.
It would have been many, 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 many years ago. I would have thought that Grace Kelly would have passed, because Grace Kelly was a fair age when I was a whippersnapper. So yeah, I think she would have been. It would have been a fair time ago that she would have passed, and she would have been a fair age as well.
I'm trying to imagine whippersnapper Jose.
A whippersnapper is a small one, a young one. You know what I mean?
No. Oh yeah, I know what that is. I'm just trying to imagine you as being small and young. It sounds hilarious. I bet you were. I bet you
So,
were a
yeah,
troublemaker. A troublemaker. I'm sure of it.
I put myself about when I was younger. Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Hey,
the football pitch and in life.
there you go. There you go. I love it.
School of hard knocks.
Yeah, that's where we all went. I think. Yeah.
But chilled as I've chilled so much as I've got older, so much. The way I am now, if this had happened 30 years ago, I'd be ranting and raving and going mental. So yeah, it's just complete chill. You know, as you get older, you chill out. So, or you should chill out and not
I
still
was gonna
be.
say if I get much more chill, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might not do anything. So I gotta cut the line somewhere. You know, I can't be too chilled. But
Our stem cell research.
yes, exactly. Maybe they do that in your country, David. I'm not sure. Here in the U.S., they won't let us do any stem cell research, but in Australia, who knows? Who knows? Maybe. But no, David. Again, big up. Thanks for being here, man. I'm really glad that we are on at a time where we are graced with.
Look at the advances made in our medical team at Spurs.
Yes, I could think of, like I said, I think they're working on if they're working on that, they're going to be working on getting us a Gareth Bale clone, and I think they tried with that Kenny McAvoy guy. Do you remember him? He was a Kenneth M. McAvoy, I think was his last name. He was a youth player for Spurs that had like one senior appearance, but he looked exactly like Gareth Bale. Hold on, I'm going to try to get.
He didn't run. He didn't play like Gareth Bale. He just looked like him, did he? He just had the stupid haircut. Good evening, Mr. M. How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Big up, Mr. M. Thanks for being here, dude. Good evening. Yeah, I guess basically, though, I just wanted to hop on and tell everybody, you know, that Timo Werner is going to be a good signing for the club. We've needed a player like that. We need – all of our attacking options are injured. So we need somebody to come in. He wants to be here, like Jose was saying. Like you were saying. So I don't know. I can't see the bad in bringing him in. Yeah, he's got wages that are reasonably high. But, I mean, worst case scenario, we pay him for 6 months and then cut him loose. You know, where's the harm in that? But I do see, that we do need a center back. I don't care. I do care who we get. But I
think there's a tweet from someone I've just seen, and they said 24 hours ago a deal was agreed with Genoa, and a player this morning, he didn't travel to London, meaning he knew an offer was coming from Bayern, and obviously wanted to wait for that. Any player who hesitates like this isn't worth pursuing. We only want players who want to come.
There you go.
Which is quite apt. It's exactly what I've said. I've just seen someone tweet that. They tweeted it 2 minutes ago, but I said this earlier in the show. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm trying to see if I can find what. Right, I'm just trying to see if I can find what young. Is this man here? On what young Mr. Werner said.
Oh, okay, yeah. His statement as he comes into the club.
Yeah, because he made a big old statement. It was quite a long one. I'm trying to see if I can find it. You've got your mum saying how.
Yeah, look at that. How bad are Chelsea, and why does it make me so happy? 100%. Big up, Ma. Yeah, long may it continue. Hope they lose every match they play. Fuck Chelsea. We're past the 10-minute mark. I can say that now.
Okay, so here we go. Right, you ready? Timo Werner on joining Tottenham. He said, I've joined a very, very big club. We have often played against each other already. It doesn't matter if I was playing for Chelsea or Leipzig. They were always big games to play against Spurs. And I'm happy to be part of the team at the club. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. A lot of things attracted me here. First of all, the talk with the manager. I thought it was really good talk. He gave me straight away the feeling that I needed to join the club. What I want to feel when you talk to a manager, and also the tactics, the style, how he wants to play, how he lets the team play. For me, I thought straight away that it fits perfectly. Then the stadium. To play there every game is something special. And also the team. I think we have some very good players. All of it was very interesting to me. I hope that I can be the best player I can be here. The people who have followed me a little bit can in the Premier League, they know I can bring my speed and that I can be a threat for the opponents. So that's what I want to bring into the team on and off the pitch. I think I can be a funny guy, and I hope that I can arrive well into the team and that they are happy with me and my personality. 1.5 years ago, I left England. I watched the Premier League, not too much to follow every single club, but Tottenham was always a club which I watched. When I joined my old club, I said I wanted to be a winner and I wanted to win titles at the end. And in the end, we won the Champions League. So I think it shouldn't be too bad to say that I've come here to also win titles and to win something. Also,
I love it.
Also,
inject it straight into my veins. That's good stuff.
Right. Also, this was part of when I spoke to the manager that it's important for him and also for me that I can play every position up front. It's always good when you have some players that can play different positions who can change in the game. I think it makes it even harder to defend for the other teams if they know who is coming from the positions now. So I think that that's one of my strengths, to be flexible up front and to play every position. And that is the thing where I can also help the team. They were always very tight matches against Tottenham, especially in the Champions League when I played my first game here. I think my first game in England when Leipzig played in the new stadium. Straight away, I loved it. It was really something special to play there, to score there. And now that this stadium is my home, it's something really special. And I hope to play there as I did when I was with other teams. It should be even more special to score for Spurs as the home team, and to have the whole crowd behind you when you score is even better. I'm really looking forward to the games. That was exactly what his statement was on joining the club.
I don't think any of us could have written that better ourselves. If we thought of our perfect statement, if I said, hey, give me your ideal statement a player could make as they come into the team, I think that would be pretty much it, word for word. He mentioned winning trophies. You know what I mean? He mentioned his teammates, which is great. He clearly isn't coming in thinking that he's the best or the only good player on the team. He mentioned his teammates. I love that. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. That honestly, and I know the club probably has like their ways and reasons, but that takes away a lot of the sting of the of this whole Dragusin deal. And again, I'm not sure the Dragusin deal is dead. I'm not saying that it's dead in the water, but god damn if that statement doesn't make me feel a whole lot better about things. It's like you said, great to have players that want to be here, great to have players that think they can help, that think that they can help raise Spurs to another level. And that's the vibe I got from that interview was that he thinks that he's going to be helping Spurs to climb up to be of bigger stature. And I love that. I love it. Love it. Inject it into my veins. I'll probably read that again before bed tonight.
But just by reading that, Colin, right? And I'm not saying Dragusin doesn't want to come to Tottenham, by the way. I'm just saying that what we want players that want to come to the club. I'm just reading out the statement that Werner has made on joining the club. And that statement tells us he wants to be here. Exactly. And that's what we want. So Werner came to Tottenham because he wanted to be here. And I'm not. I said this on the show the other day. People are saying that this has come out of the blue. It's come out of the blue that Werner's coming to Tottenham. However, I did say that last Thursday I heard rumours that Werner could become available and that Man United was sniffing for him. And that was on Thursday. And on Saturday, we'd loaded up the chamber and we pressed the button, we fired the gun, and it was Werner on Saturday. So on Saturday, we were told that he's more or less a done deal and he was going to come, right? He's come, he's come, he's passed his medical. The deal's been struck, signed. He's now worn the kit or it's been paraded with holding the kit up, and he's made his statement. He wants to be here. That is what we want. We want people that want to be here. And we repeat again for the viewers is the people that want to be here, that we've seen come to the club since Postecoglou has been here, have come in, have done really well. The team has bonded with these people and they will bleed Tottenham. And that's what we want. Anyone that comes to this club has got to fit in what Ange wants. And Werner's going to be one of them. Simple as.
Fully agree.
Right.
Fully
So
agree.
we've got David Shear saying Werner releases Kulu into the midfield, which means no Skip starting and healthy comp up front. Yep.
God, please, no more Skip. Please, please, God.
Hello, Cole's mum. Hope you're well, man. From David. Wasn't there a young French centre back we were looking at? He was just a kid though, so maybe for the future. We've been linked with a lot of, because of what Paratici did about a year. Josh Koundé's a lot older. Because of what Paratici did about a year ago, where they lifted the cap on the under 21s and the under 19s and stuff like that, which means that you can pay more decent wages and stuff like that. Means that we bought the likes of Sun Suk Bell in, we bought Will Lancashire in, we've bought prospects from other clubs, and we've brought them to the club. The other centre half is we've bought another centre half. We've bought the Croatian lad.
Oh yeah, the 16-year-old kid.
The Croatian lad who's meant to be coming to us in 2025. Now, I don't know. I don't know whether there's something around the matter of games that he needs to play before he comes to us, or whether there's visa issues. I don't know what it is.
Work permit, perhaps, yeah.
Or work permits and stuff like that, and whether it's still going to be 2025, or I don't know. Is there a possibility that he may come before? I'm not sure. Kev Williams, we only want players that want to be at our club. Dyer wants to be at Spurs, apparently. Okay, yeah. I'll take that on board. I'm raging, mate. I've just come off another channel chat. You've got Spurs fans defending Levy after this hijack. He took over 2 weeks to haggle for £5 million. Bayern weren't interested until this week. Like I said, I've already explained, Dan. I think that there's a lot of moving parts to this. Player, agent, clubs, and I think there's a lot of people. We're not part of the negotiations. We're only believing and going by what people are telling us. There's a lot of moving parts. But Dan, again, I'll keep repeating this. To me, if the player wants to come to Tottenham, he will come. If he doesn't want to come to Tottenham, he wasn't the right player.
And also, Dan, big love. We appreciate you being here. Even if our opinions sometimes differ, don't ever think that means you can't be here.
Daniel Levy, always Levy out, mate, from Daniel Shear. You've got Ellie saying David. 100% Jose from David Shear.
I think you're talking about players wanting to be here. Okay. The info that the little interview from
G'day, Ellie. Hugs to you, Quebec. Hope you're getting your health back. And yeah, we all hope that she's on her mend. Yeah, we all hope that she's on the mend. We want to see her back. She's got a place here when she comes back. Kev Williams, I'm happy with signing Werner. He has a point to prove. The whole fan base needs to give him a great welcome, and he will do a great job, in my opinion. Kev, I'm with you, mate, and I agree. Skip from Cosmic Sean.
Yeah, agreed, bro. Agreed.
Perhaps like Barde. Like Barde's 23, so I'm not sure what age group you were looking at, Julie, but yeah, he's 23. You got David Shear. We want all 25 players with the attitude, along with the vibrant youth system. Geez, we are so close to that. Just get rid of Levy, and we will achieve it. Only 7 months in.
Hell yes.
And the Landsman smoke screen, cheeky fucker, that Levy. And then you've got Levy out. John Fitz. Good evening, John Fitz.
Hello, Fitz. You all right? Good to have you.
And we also have Kate. Good evening, Kate. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to see you.
Hey.
And then we have Rimanshu saying, if he comes to Tottenham, I will be happy. But if he doesn't, I will still be happy, because I only want players who want to play for us. One bad character in the dressing room ruins it all. This is exactly what we've been saying up until now. We've been saying this all along. This is what we're saying throughout the show. That's why we're all calm, because at the end of the day, if the player wants to come, he comes. If he doesn't want to come, he doesn't come. He's not right for you if he doesn't want to come. And if he does want to come, he will come. Simple as. We'll know in the next few hours whether he wanted to come or not. So, yeah, just chill. Just chill is what I said to him.
Exactly. But Romancho, good to have you here, man. And I really like your attitude on things. Hey, it's Kate. Just the girl who loves Spurs.
I've just said hello to Kate, and then I've brought this one up. So she's asking how your move went, Colin.
It went very, very well. Very tiring, but it's all done now. We are in the new place. Thank you very much for asking, Kate. Appreciate you big time. Yeah, everything's going good now. Just got to get it all unpacked. That's its own battle, unfortunately. But we're working on it. We're working on it. We'll get it.
And then you've got Dave giving hugs to Kate and Jimbo.
Yeah. By the way, I hope tell stuttering, but tell Jimbo that we miss him. We hope he's doing well, and I hope everything with his arm is getting better. Kate, let him know that for me. Okay.
And then yes, attitude is the key from Julie.
Big up.
And those who we are in the fight for a double. It's in our hands. I don't
It
doubt
is.
this at all. I don't doubt this at all. And then you've got Senor Bobby K.
What up, Bobby?
Hope
Bobby's
you're well,
hoping
Bobby.
Dragusin doesn't come because he doesn't want to pay me that $20.
No. Bobby said yesterday. Let's not start this off. Bobby said yesterday that with your bet that you have with Bobby said he will gladly lose the bet to you because he just wants a centre back in.
Yes.
So that's what Bobby's words were. So let's not try and chife it and go a different way. I was here on the show yesterday. I know exactly what he said. So
Dang it. I was trying to poke at him, but no, you're right. You're right. Big up, Bobby.
big up
Glad you
and hugs chatters from Kate. Shanata, I heard Dragusin has his image rights held by a third-party company. I heard that was an issue with an older potential.
She's
signing.
speaking of what's his face, the attacking guy with the tattoos. What was that kid? Oh, Dybala and his image rights. I think that's what Shanata's referring to here. I didn't know that Dragusin had his image rights owned by a third party. That's interesting. I had no idea. Damn image rights. Yep, they strike
And then
again.
we've got Borough won the first leg against Chelsea. Chelsea officially in mid-table average team now.
Yeah, I don't know how we can they put out.
You've got Ellie saying, Bobby, we meet again. Bobby's thanking me, saying that I'm his new lawyer.
Yes. Okay. Well, I thought, wow. Well,
Danny saying, here we go again. And then we've got love going between Shanata and Bobby K and everybody else in the chat. So
boom.
with that, I suppose, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I'll take this moment just to remind people again that we now have memberships on the channel and we have pinned it to the chat. So if anyone wishes to become a member, you can do so. Let's talk about Colin because it's gone under the radar because we're looking for signing players and stuff like that. What about any players that may be going out? Have we thought anyone got any ideas, or do you have any ideas of any players that are going out, or do you think there's any work going on in the background to try and get players out?
There has to be.
Because at the moment, all we're talking about is Werner and the Dragusin deal. Nobody else is talking about anything else. So at the moment, I'm going to turn it and spin it round. We've talked about Werner, good signing, wants to be at the club. Dragusin will come if he wants to be here. And now I'm just saying, what are we looking at for players going out? Do you think we're doing any deals for players going out?
So I guess it depends on who we can bring in, right? I mean, I want to get rid of Dyer, but I don't know if we can if we don't bring in another defender, especially with Phillips going out on loan. So I'd like Dyer to go. Will Dyer go is a whole other kettle of fish. Bayern supposedly are interested in him. That's kind of why the whole Dragusin thing seems strange to me too. It's like, are they interested in Dyer? Are they interested in Dragusin? Are they interested in both and just getting another center back to add to their squad, to bolster the squad? That's a tough one for me. But other than that, I mean, players. I guess an easier way to answer this would be players I feel like don't have a future here.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, do you think that with everything that's going on with us bringing players in, do you think that we're working to try and get players out as well at the same time? Is this going on? But because the whole hype has been around Werner coming in and this centre-back deal being done, I'm just saying, has it taken our minds away from some of the outgoings that we need to happen? And that, do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking about.
Definitely. It definitely has. And like you were saying, I'm sure that there's things going on, behind the scenes. My mom puts in here that, there's interest in Hill. There's an interest in Hill. I haven't heard much about that. I'll have to Google that right now. But that Hill and Reggie need to be sold. I can definitely see that.
Right. The image rights was probably, we were talking about players having image rights, and sometimes that scuppers deals because their image rights. It's all contractual. It's hug my jig, all contractual. Somewhere over the rainbow, Fook, Levy over there. You've got Ellie saying, "That's it. More people coming in now." Big the like button, guys and girls. There's Jim. Look, hi Jim.
Holy shit!
I'm watching on the big TV, like on TV and phone. Hope you're both well. My arm is doing good, thanks, Colin. Glad your move went well, my friend. Nice to see you again, Jim. Nice to see you.
Big
I was commenting on Kate and Mia's show, and I was writing your name out in long, but I don't think it got read out. Spot on from Ellie, and your mum says, yeah, the bit about the Spence. Alexander Hilton saying, if we sell Højbjerg, I see us getting Gallagher as a deadline day deal. I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind. Hi, Bobby. There's a lot of hellos going on in the chat. Hi, all in the chat. Timo will kick ass and said, we don't need Dyer. He can leave, and that's from Ange's mouth, which he did. There's interested in Hill and Reggie. The fact he's loaned out Phillips without the central defender being officially signed for us is another masterstroke by Levy. Not. And you've got a load of people saying hello to each other in here. Huge up, Jimbo. Hope your arm's okay, my friend. Doubles on, mate. Yeah.
Doubles on. Yes.
I cannot see everyone in the chat, so hi to you all. Right. If that's the case, is it because... Right. So... Yeah, so the only person, so yeah, you should be able to see everyone in the chat, Jim, because I'm just looking to see where you are, and you should be able to. And you've got Romanchu saying Fiorentina and Feyenoord are interested in Hill, which is true. This is what came out today, that both of them are interested in taking Hill on loan. But
Feyenoord is a cool option. I hadn't thought about the Portuguese league for him. I think he would do pretty well there, honestly.
Portuguese, Feyenoord's Holland.
Feyenoord's Holland?
Yeah, Feyenoord or Holland. Feyenoord is where Santiago Jimenez is playing.
So everyone, please forgive me. I was in a car accident right before the show started. I wasn't going to tell anybody, but yeah. So I am a little not with it. But yeah, okay, Feyenoord. That makes sense. With their name and everything. We'll pretend that never happened. But I do think that he would be good in the Portuguese league, even though there haven't been any links to it. He would be good. He would be good in the Portuguese league. You can't deny it. It's undeniable. But
yeah, he would be good in the Portuguese league. He says, "Wow,
he would." No disrespect to the Portuguese league, but I mean, Marcus Edwards is looking really good in the Portuguese league. To me, they're like the same guy: small, fast, slight. But anyway, apologies for that, everyone. Yeah, we do need to get players out the door. Jose, I need to fix something with my monitor real quick. Never mind. It's coming back on.
Okay.
We're back.
Bobby K says, yes, the double is on. We screwed the Dragons in deal and the Dyer deal at once. Double screwed. Jeez. Sonata is saying, I hope you're all right, Colin.
I'm good. I'm very good. The car, not so much. But me personally, I'm great. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So. And
then you've got your mum saying, must run off to visit my
sister-in-law.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm worried about Colin. Take care or be good to each other. Yeah, take care. Nice seeing you, Julie. Be good.
Thanks for the super chat and membership, Mom. That's hilarious. I love you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so there we go. So there was her first super chat to us. Big up the boys. So well done to Julie. Right, catching up with this again. Right, so you've got Daniel saying, I hope Tino Werner proves me wrong, but I do have my eyes, mate. And it's hard thinking a Premier League flop of 3 years is going to succeed in the league. He's already failed in just keeping it real, mate. Dan, horses for courses, mate. We should all know this. Horses for courses. You got players last season that didn't fit a system. Is Sarr a bad player? Didn't fit a system. You know, you got players that are playing at the moment. Porro last year didn't fit a system. At the end of the day, it's horses for courses. If you fit a system, then the coaching is good, the environment is good, everything is good, you end up flourishing. And I believe that Werner will be given every opportunity that God can bestow on him to actually do a good job at Tottenham. He's got Ange, he's got the coaching staff, and he's coming into a group that have one of the best camaraderies I've ever seen a group of players have. Coming into a fantastic stadium. And for me, everything is all set up for him to flourish and succeed. We're not Chelsea. We're not where he was at with Chelsea. We don't play the system that Chelsea played. We don't have the players that Chelsea played at the time. I mean, I remember him playing. Did he not come over in a double deal? They brought him and Havertz in.
I believe that is correct. That
Right.
does sound correct.
And Havertz didn't tear up any trees at Chelsea either. Okay, Havertz. I'm surprised that a certain team paid so much money for him, and took him for so much money to another club at the moment in London. But with Werner, it's risk free as well. We're taking a punt. It's risk free, and to me, I think that this will work. But that's my opinion, Dan. And yours is different. That's fine. And like I said, we respect everyone's opinion.
100%.
Bobby Case, loaning Hill out again shows that this kid won't cut the EPL. Ship him out on loan to increase his value and sell in the summer. I don't think at this present moment in time, the two clubs that have come in for him have, I mean, there's going to be some negotiations again. But for me, I think the negotiations are going to be that if Tottenham do not want him, Bobby, then they're going to try and see if they can pursue a deal that's a loan with an obligation. But at the moment, I think it's early. Two teams have said that they've got strong interest in him. And I think Tottenham, if they don't want him, they will try and take him out with a obligation. They'll let him go with an obligation to buy if they really don't want him, is what my thoughts are. Jose the Cobber level, I hope for Julie, mate. Ellie saying Kate and Jimbo. Bobby K is saying, to be fair, Jose, same thing can be said about Ndombele, and look how that went. We can only hope he does a Salah or a KDB and come back to the EPL with a vengeance. Exactly what we were saying yesterday on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, we said this on the show, Bobby, yesterday, didn't we? And it's exactly what we're repeating what we said on the show yesterday. And we just hope that although Salah and KDB were in Mourinho's early years, weren't they? Because Lukaku was there as well. And then they all got sold. Lukaku got bought back, but Lukaku went on to do well at other clubs, got bought back, and he's not been given a chance there at all. So, yeah. We'll wait and see, but that's what we hope. And we have a super chat from Jim. Thank you very much. He's saying,
Jim, thanks, brother.
Double is on. We will beat City and win the title.
Hell yes. From your mouth to God's ears, brother. From your mouth to God's ears. I believe it, though. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people second half of the season when we get our full strength team back, especially if one or two additions. People forget our defense was one of the best in the league before the injuries. So, I mean, those guys are coming back. It's not like they're gone forever. So that's just another thing I think people need to remember.
I think we need to get through. I'm not looking. I should be looking at the FA Cup game as well, but I was looking pre the third round. I wasn't looking to the fourth round. I was looking at, we've got 2 games to play in January in the league. So we've got Man United and we've got Brentford. So we've got Man United away and we've got Brentford at home. And then the 2 league games we've got to play. Get results in them 2 games. We're still in it. Teams haven't clawed that much away from us. And then we get all our people back. All our players coming back from injury. And any signings that we make, Werner is one of them at the moment. And let's see what we do in the second half of the season. We're very happy. We're amazing what we did the first half of the season. Well, things can only get better, can't they? And that's what we're hoping. Things get better for the second half of the season, and we rock and roll. Daniel, big up Jose. I get that, mate. Like you said, if he fails, we can just send him back. Anyways, it's not a permanent deal. David Shear, but oh shoot, wrong cue card. Oops. Here's one for you. Everyone send in super chats. Please help Colin raise the 20 he will need on Friday.
Nah, Dragonson's coming, bro. I think this is all smoke and mirrors. He's coming. I still believe.
And David Shear's quite right. Teams are looking over their shoulders, and
Absolutely.
quite rightly.
Nobody.
I mean, sorry, Colin. Let me just say, and then I'll shut up. What I will say is that a lot of people who don't support Tottenham have talked about how good it is to watch Tottenham. They look forward to Tottenham being on. They want to see Tottenham. A lot of people are saying this at the moment that are not Tottenham supporters. So it bodes well. People can see. I mean, I hear people, pundits on the radio on TalkSport. I heard people today, and they were waxing lyrical about what Postecoglou and Tottenham have done with him being here for 6 months. And, you know, and the sky's the limit for what we can do as a team and with Postecoglou at the helm. So it bodes well. Everybody can see it. We can see it, but people that don't support the club, that haven't got the tinted glasses on, they can all see it as well. So it only bodes well for us. Sorry, Colin, go on.
Oh, no, that's okay. You basically said everything that I was going to say. You were all good there. No, I fully agree. I think that things are going to be awesome when we get players back. I honestly think Van de Ven is going to be a bigger comeback. I would rather have, if you gave me the choice of Van de Ven and Romero, I think I would rather have Romero. I really, honestly, truly think that. Or sorry, I think I'd rather have Van de Ven. I think Van de Ven is a more complete player, and he's the one that we need more. Like you call him the blanket. We've got nobody providing that kind of blanket cover right now, and Romero doesn't do that either. You know what I mean? I think we've found a real gem in Van de Ven, and yeah, hopefully we can find another one to bring in this winter. I know we will. I know we will.
Listen. Tottenham are a better team with Van de Ven and Romero. They both have different attributes. I call Van de Ven the blanket because his pace is absolutely phenomenal and he can get anybody out of trouble. I mean, I saw a poll, and I can't remember where I saw it. It was somewhere on Twitter today, and they had who's the fastest player that Tottenham have ever had. And it was Van de Ven. They put in Van de Ven, Gareth Bale, Aaron Lennon, and I don't know whether it's Kyle Walker was the fourth one. I don't think he was, but he could have been. Anyway, I've put down Van de Ven because Van de Ven for speed, his speed was actually timed, so you can tell how quickly he is because his speed was timed. And I know Bale was quick, and I know Azza was quick, and yeah, I'll give it to you. Carl's quick, but for me, the quickest out of the lot is Van de Ven because his speed has actually been timed. So
right. We have proof.
So for me, he's a blanket. He can cut. He can come back and he can throw the blanket for the defense. He can get to any part of the defense as and when needed. He's super quick. But then Romero is a World Cup winner. People need to remember the man's won the World Cup. That's the pinnacle of your footballing career. He's won the biggest prize you can win in football. Romero is a winner, and he plays for Tottenham Hotspur. He's our centre back. Love him, loathe him, he's tackling, whatever. He's a winner. He will always go out to try and win by any means necessary. And he plays for us. Would you rather him play for you or be your opponent? That's what and then I'll leave it at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And David's quite right. So David said, yeah, they complement each other. So he's quite right.
Definitely. And I think Van de Ven even said as much in an interview too.
And Danny's saying we're 6 points behind Liverpool just to let people Liverpool have only lost one game in the 31 league games. Then 6 points ain't going to be easy to make up. Who did they lose that one game to?
I don't know. So Dan, you're gonna have to let us know who they lost to.
Liverpool's only defeat this season in the league. Who was it to?
Oh, us?
You short memory?
Yeah, I was just in a car.
We beat them 2-1.
Yeah. Well, hey, then let's go get those 6 points back.
So we're the only team that have defeated Liverpool. Now, Dan, I understand what you're saying. A lot of teams have got to beat each other.
Oh, that was the dodgy one. Okay, I'm with you now. The VAR and all that. I'm there. I'm back. I'm back.
Your memory's coming back. Fair enough. Right. So at the end of the day, right? Who's to say that we can't go to Scousland and do the home and away on them? Who says we can't do that? At the end of the day, if we've got the second half of the season, look what we've done. I mean, you know this, Dan, yourself. Look what we've done in the first half of the season with all the injuries, all the upheaval that we've had, all the suspensions that we've had, and our squad. Let's be honest, our squad has been decimated. through injuries and suspensions. If we don't have the injuries and suspensions and we get the players back, which means that the players are then playing for competitive places, the world's our oyster, Dan, in my eyes. We can go and we can beat the haul of points that we've got so far. We double the points we've got so far and some is what I'd say for the second half of the season. That's what we need to be looking at. Bobby K's hoping that you're right. Adrian Schrager saying, I don't want Dragusin. If it's true that he's tempted by Bayern, I only want players that are committed and want to play for us. It's exactly what we've been saying up until now.
Thank you, Adrian. You're a good man.
David is saying, yet sections of our fan base want him out. We need someone that makes them nervous. Yeah, and that's what I say. I think Dan's laughing when you couldn't get the Liverpool bit right.
Sorry about that. That was, yeah. Whew.
And David saying it's exactly what he was thinking with us. That's nearly a whole season. That's an insane record.
I don't, and the thing is too, you can't forget that players lose, or not players, but teams lose to teams they shouldn't lose to all the time. I have no doubt in my mind that Liverpool will drop points in the second half of the season, no doubt.
And then you got Romanchu saying we were better than them before VAR ruined the game. And David is saying we should be looking at 80 plus points.
Should be enough to get us top 4.
So we have 18 games to go. So that's 54 points are up for grabs. 3 times 18, 54. Yeah, 54 points up for grabs. And
Jose the mathematician, everybody.
And we currently sit on 39. So 39 and 54 would give us 93 points.
Shit.
That's a shed load of points.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
But 80 points plus means you can afford to lose 4 games and win the rest of them. You'd have to win the rest of them, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think we will, though. So Van de Ven is training again. We know that much, right?
Sorry, yeah, I think Liverpool have got their mojo back, but I think we can get third. Listen, we can finish higher than where we are, Daniel. And this is the thing: we support our team through thick and thin. I, being a lot older than Colin, have gone through thick and thin, and I've probably had a lot more triumph as well than Colin because I'm a lot older. So I've seen us win the UEFA Cups and stuff like that as well as the FA Cups. I've seen all that. So gone through thick and thin with Tottenham. And the one thing is I don't recall being this excited for a second half of the season and this excited for the football style that we're playing, because we've had so many barren years playing turgid, crappy football that the excitement has been brought back to the fan base. And I'm so looking forward to the second half of the season. It's not, I mean, I'll put it out there to everyone, right? So to everyone, I'll say at the start of the season, who did you all think that was going to win the league?
It's Manchester City.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to say. I'll put it to the people, to everyone. If we've got 12 people watching, right, and we've got us two, that's 14. I'd say the majority of them 14 votes, at least 12 are going to go Man City if they're being true to themselves, right? Man City were going to win the league. Well, Man City haven't stormed away with it. Man City probably haven't kicked into gear yet. Man City have already lost 3 games this season. Man City have not looked like the team that they looked like last season. Arsenal dropping points left, right, and centre. Can't finish their dinner at the moment. Liverpool have only lost 1 game. Villa have lost 4 games. We've lost 5. So we've lost 1 game more than Arsenal and Villa. 2 games more than Man City. But yet we're still up there. We're in the mix. And at the end of the day, the games that we lost, even though we tried in them games, I'm going to say we did try in them games, but we lost. Look at the teams that we were putting out because of these suspensions and the injuries we had. How many points would Liverpool, Aston Villa, Man City, and Arsenal have picked up if they had the level of injuries that we have? Now, we know Man City has got an all-conquering 25-man squad, but even with their squad and with they've had hardly no injuries, so they've got no excuse. They've been playing their players, right? They've had a couple of suspensions. I think they've had a suspension to Rodri, and he missed a few games, and they did lose a few games when he went in. But if you had given the clubs the hand that we've been dealt, how many would have done as well as what Tottenham Hotspurs have done and Ange Postecoglou's done? And I'll just leave it there. I know it's all ifs, buts, and maybes, but if we put the same, if we open that sardine can and we fit all the sardines in a row, and we look at every sardine the same, I'll put it out there. I say to you, what would the other teams have done?
Yeah. Great question.
With Salah's absence, it'll be tough for them. And Paul G says, "Evening, guys. Evening, Paul G."
Evening, Paul. What is up, man? Hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, as I said, to me, at the end of the day, it is all about us. I don't care. I'll repeat this again, just to make sure that everyone knows that I'm not wavering at all. I only care what Tottenham Hotspur do. I don't care what anybody and any other club does. At the end of the day, in order to win things, you have to win your games. End of story. To win things, you need to win your games. So I'm only concerned in what Tottenham do. I don't give two wasps in a whirlwind what any other team does. It doesn't bother me.
Two wasps in a whirlwind. That's
two
my
wasps
favorite
in a
thing in the
whirlwind.
whole world.
I don't give two wasps
good.
in a whirlwind. At the end
Too
of the
good.
day, it's about us. It's about what we can do. If we win our games, then we'll look after ourselves. I don't need to watch any other teams. And I hope that people get on board with that as well. And people, I will say, it is a free hit this season. No one expected Ange to turn the team around like he has done. So therefore,
that's exactly what I was going to say too. Thank you. And I just don't understand why. At the beginning of the season, we were all so happy. We were all so
super chat.
Chang, my man, what is up?
Regardless of the signings and outgoings, trust in Big Ange. Thank you very much, Chan, for the super chat. Chan, what time is it for you then? It's 23:20 for me. I have to always. It's brilliant working out all these times in these countries now. So I think that for Chan, don't tell me. I think for Chan, it's 7:30 in the morning.
You are correct. 7:21 a.m.
Get in there. The maths, it's the maths. The maths.
You've got a big old brain in there. I can tell.
I'm working it all out. The maths is working. The maths is working. So you've got David Shear saying, take care of the wins we pick up. Yeah. 100%. Missing Ash in this iconic trio. Yeah, Ash. We'll come to Ash because she's going to be doing a show tomorrow, and we're happy to tell people about the show tomorrow. Daniel, yeah, but if you want to win this season, you need Liverpool to drop points. The title is not in our hands, of course. I'm interested in their results as well. That's fair enough. But me personally, I'm just worried about what we do, Dan. To be honest.
And Dan, remember how happy everyone was at the beginning of the season, how good our football looked compared to how it had looked under the past two managers. I think we need to tap back into that happiness. I think that the injuries, I think that things like that have kind of had us lose sight of what's going good at the club. Things aren't all terrible. We're moving in the correct direction. Everyone said trust the process. How long did it take the dipshits up the road to get their process figured out? and it looks like it's going a lot faster for us. So
sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Sorry, can you repeat? What did you say?
Yeah, I was just talking about the dipshits up the road.
I thought I couldn't hear you properly.
But,
you've got people saying hello to each other. Talking beers here. Talking beer. Wow, it's late, y'all.
It is late, y'all. Talking beer, good to have you here, man. It's been a wild day. It's been a random day. We're not usually going to be on this late.
David Shear said it's 7:21 in Oz, where he is. So you are in exactly the same time zone that Chan's on, because I'm sure Chan, if it's 7:21 for you, it was 7:21 for Chan.
Yeah, crazy.
So you've got everyone saying
learning
each other.
Time zones.
Jose looks just as dapper at 11:30 p.m. as he does on any other time. Everyone should hit the like on both channels. Yes. I love talking beer. He's superb. He makes me. He makes me smile.
He's a wonderful guy. Good friend of mine. Good dude.
Time to feed the boys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, everyone, and remember to hit that like button. Thank you very much, Bobby K, for your support, mate.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate you, buddy.
Stay blessed and good luck to you and the boys having your feed.
Yeah, enjoy, my man.
Right, so, and then you've got Talking Beer saying big up chat. Right, so Chris Cowling has just something's just come out from Chris Cannon because it's popped up on my phone.
Uh-oh.
So he's done a 60-second update, and he's
Here,
saying
I can hold everybody. I can hold the floor down for 60 seconds if you want to watch it.
no, it's just saying Tottenham are interested. The title is Tottenham are interested in Loic Bardet.
This is 60 seconds Spurs news update. Dejan Kulusevski on the players.
Yeah, they're Loic Bardet. So it says interest in Loic Bardet, Romero and Emerson fighting. Yeah, did you see that about the interviews that were done with the players like Kulusevski and that, and they said that that Emerson and Romero. Emerson and Romero are always fighting, and they think that they're the only two in the group.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Man, but that'd be a good fight too. That'd be a good scrap. I would like to watch. I would like to watch that scrap.
I think Emerson can look after himself, but I'm going to take Romero.
Yeah, Romero's a big boy. Romero is a big, strong.
I think Emerson won't take no prisoners either, but yeah, I side with Romero. I side with my Spanish heritage and go with Romero rather than the Portuguese heritage and go for.
Hey mate, if you can hear me, I'm having audio issues. I will be back in 2 seconds. Just need to switch out the headset.
That's all right.
Well, sorry. This is the most unprofessional show.
He just can't hear us. But there we go.
I can still talk to you. You just can't hear me. All right. I'm sorry. I can talk to you, but I can't hear you.
Oh, he's got something in the background. I don't know what it is. Right, I'm going to let Colin read that because he's got something there for us all to read out, which would be fantastic. So when Colin comes back, we can go on to the next subject. But yeah, Romero would whip his ass. Yeah, Talking Beer's going for Romero would whip his ass. Honestly, Talking Beer, I reckon he can look after himself. I really do. I reckon he can look after himself, Emerson. Just that I favour Romero for heritage reasons, and he's a World Cup winner. But I reckon Emerson can look after himself as well. He seems like a person. He might be laughing, joking, and stuff like that, but I think he's got a serious streak to him as well. But yeah, it is what it is. So until my colleague comes back, there's nothing appearing on Twitter at all, so I don't know what's happening. They said it's going to be a couple of hours, but we've not heard nothing yet. No news is good news, as they say. David Shear, right? David Shear is Levy versus Ten Hag or Lego Man. Levy versus Ten Hag or Lego Man. Nah. What I'd say to you
Check. Hello. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me at all?
No, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
This is bad. Guys, we are probably going to have
I can hear you.
show pretty soon.
I can hear you.
Here.
I can hear you. Okay. Never fuck about with this thing for a bit. Right. Levy versus Ten Hag or Lego Man. I would have preferred, had you put up there, our gaffer. If you said Ange versus Ten Hag or Lego Man, I would say Ange on his own, and they can have a tag team of Ten Hag and Lego Man. And in fact, most of the Premiership managers, you could put them in. You could make it a triangular against Ange, and I still think Ange comes out the winner. I still think Ange smashes them all up and comes out the winner. For me, he's gonna come out the winner always. You back?
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm gonna hate I did that too.
Talking Beer is saying, I believe Emerson is a beast, but Romero's love language is ass kicking. David Shear is saying Levy versus Ten Hag or Lego Man in a scrap. And I'm turning around and I'm saying, instead of having them three, I would have rather him stuck Ange in there against Ten Hag and Lego Man and done a tag team. Let them tag against Ange, but Ange be on his own. Ange would rip them to pieces.
Oh, dude.
Right. Talking Beer saying we can beer you. And then he's put hereafter. If Ange is in a fight with a bear, you better help that bear. And then you've got David Shear saying, mate, Ange every day. Mate has different meanings. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true, my man. It's true. Right. Just for everyone, I'm just going to talk about tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes, good call.
So tomorrow, the show that we're doing tomorrow is going to be at 11 o'clock in the morning GMT, which is about 12 hours from now. And it will be Ash that will be hosting the Talk and Bowl show. And I think, I'm not speaking out of turn, that she has Mia as her guest tomorrow.
Can't
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the last thing I heard.
I think that's what she's told me. She's got Mia as a guest. So tomorrow, in order to, as I said, the channel growing, and because it's growing, we're trying to reach everybody out there. So for people that can't come on to the 4 o'clock usual show, I'm going to start doing shows at 10 in the evening called the Mop-Up Show, which is starting at a similar time to what this did. I'll be doing some of them. We'll be doing our regular 4 p.m. shows, GMT, which some of you people miss because it's your bedtime and you're sleeping. But in order to accommodate that, we're going to do some evening shows, my evening, your morning. And
Yes.
we're going to do some morning shows, which will be your evening. And Ash is doing one tomorrow. So please log in to Ash tomorrow if you can. And yeah, she'll be going on at 11 o'clock in the morning and she'll have Mia as her guest. So that would be good if you could do that. And then also reminder that Ash has her show, White Chat Lane. So tomorrow's one will be a normal show. It'll be a Talk and Ball show. But she has a White Chat Lane on Saturday.
The 12th.
Saturday. The 12th.
Yes.
Today's the
12th.
9th. The 12th's a Friday. Okay. So she's doing it on Friday. She'll be having her White Chat Lane show. And she's now got, she has a guest who is a Man United fan, and he has 75,000 subscribers in India. So he is a massive channel out in India, and Ash has managed to secure him and get him on to have a post-match mashup against the Man United fan. So that'll be on Friday. So if people want us to...
I'm excited. Ash is better with banter than I am, so she'll do a good job at defending herself and you know keeping him at bay. And yeah, we all got to behave ourselves. This guy's probably going to bring a lot of people over with him, so we all need to be on our best behavior.
I don't know about best behavior. I just think we just need to support Ash because if he does bring a lot of people across, then it could be we might get outnumbered. But I'm sure that the community will come out and support Ash. So that should be good. So yeah, so like we said, for everybody, we're trying to get more content out there to reach the people that do subscribe, do become members. We want to make sure that we do reach out to all you lot. There's no point giving us your memberships and your time of day and your subscriptions and everything, your time of day, if we're not going to give nothing back. So we intend to give back. So we're going to open up shows and get busier so we can reach everybody. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that. So if you hit the notification bell in 11 and a half hours time, Ash will be on with Mia. So there we go.
There we go.
And then are we back on tomorrow at 4 p.m.?
If that's okay with you.
Okay, so we'll be back on at 4 p.m. So there'll be a show in the morning, my time in the morning, and then there'll be a show in the afternoon. And then I'll probably, what day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. So Thursday, I'll probably do my first mop-up show. So I'll do a show at the same time that we've done this one. So we get you in the evening as well. As well as a 4 o'clock show, we'll have one in the evening. Because for people that are unaware, the reason why we do a 4 o'clock show, my time, it's actually 10 o'clock in the morning, Colin's time. But Colin starts work at midday and works every day apart from Tuesday, today, and a Saturday. Other than that, Colin's working. So therefore, Colin has a real job, as I do as well. So I finish work at 4 p.m. And the minute I finish work, I jump onto the stream straight away. So
we make it work, though. We do a good job. We make it work, and we're doing it for both ourselves and for you guys. I'd be lying if I said we were doing it all for you guys. I have fun with it. I hope you do too, obviously, Jose. But I think you do. We enjoy it, and we're glad that you.
I like meeting people. I like meeting people, and I like to see what people have got to say. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the world revolves and goes round because we've got different human beings on the planet, and I just you know. We're a community and we're a section because we all support the same club. right? And that's why we're a community in a section, because we all support the same club. So we have one common thread. We support the same club, but we all come from differing backgrounds, different countries, different cultures, different religions, different faiths. You know, we're all different, but the one faith that we all believe in is Tottenham Hotspur. So therefore, let's get out to the crowd. As I say, let's get out to the crowd. Sorry, Talking Beer saying, can't stay long. God, take my boys to practice. Yeah, good luck, Talking Beer, taking the kids to practice. I hope they do well, mate. Now that tag team is scary, Jose. Ash and Mia. Well, they're the ones that are on tomorrow. So yes, go and give them a view, David, tomorrow. Love your work, Jose and Cole. Take care, Cobbers and Haru. Chat, you bro people.
Nice. I'm glad you got to take care, because I wouldn't.
Bugger that, mate. Bite, kick, scratch, I say.
Yeah, the only fair fight's the kind
jokes. And then he says, love your work, Jose and Cole. Yeah, hey. So I think that pretty much wraps up the show for tonight.
Yes, absolutely. You know what I realized? There was no music the entire time, but let's get the jazz going right before we end. And we just wanted to, like you were saying, Jose was just getting ready to say, we wanted to make sure we got something out today. And we wanted to make sure we let you guys know that we're going to be doing shows at different times to help make sure we accommodate everybody, all the viewers around the world. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. That's pretty much it. There's going to be a great show tomorrow morning, as Jose already alluded to. Well, tomorrow morning for me. Everybody, please tune in. Please make sure, if you haven't, slap the like, slap the subscribe. This is also a dual stream, meaning that we are both on this channel, and we're also on El Tel Cockerel, which is the channel that Jose has started.
I've just realised I've agreed to go on Cockle Do tomorrow morning.
Oh.
So let me see who's on. Let me just see who's on. I'm not going to give away who's on, but everyone knows that Daigle will be on. I think that unless they corrupt me, I'm going to be the only calm one on the panel. Okay, I guarantee that I should be, unless I'm corrupted, I should be the calmest person on the panel tomorrow.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited. Who all do they? Oh, you can't say. Can you put it in the private chat who all they have on? Put it in the private chat.
No. Well, it's obvious it's going to be the Tottenham on Tour people.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And yeah. So, and to be honest, the most mellow one out of all of them, if I can say that, is Brian Daigle.
Oh yeah.
Brian Daigle is the most chilled out of them all. So, and he goes some, but he's more chilled than the others. So yeah, that's what I've got tomorrow.
You've got an exciting one for tomorrow. You're going to have to try to keep everybody reined in.
Fly me to that moon talking talking beer, and then you've got Sean saying coys.
Come on, you Spurs.
But exactly. So thank you to everyone for watching. I can see that some people have jumped across and gone to watch United Spurs of America.
Can't blame him. Great channel, great show, great dude. Yeah, for sure, 100%.
So yeah, quite a few have gone over to they've gone to watch that. So fair enough. Listen, I think that's about it for today, isn't it?
I think so. I think we've covered it all and then some. So everybody, I just wanted to say thank you again for tuning in. Sorry for the weird hodgepodge of a show, but like we said, just wanted to get something out to you beautiful people.
Yeah.
Any last words before we play them out with the music?
Well, for me, it's always in Ange we trust, and come on, you Spurs. I'm not going to deflect. I'm not going to differ. Listen, when you sign up to be, or when you say you're going to be a Tottenham Hotspur fan, you're all in or you're all out. The one thing I will say, if I can, is that what gets my goat, and I know that everyone's different, is that I hear people say in Ange we trust. I do trust in Ange, and I've said this before in previous shows. I'm 100% behind Ange. Whatever we do, whatever decisions taken, however we win, lose, draw, I'm 100% behind what he's doing. Right? One bad result doesn't mean I'm flicking off from the 100 and going that way. Another bad result doesn't mean I'm flicking off the 100 and I'm going that way. And I can see people flip-flop, and I don't agree with the flip-flopping. Either you are 100% real and you're 100% behind him, and you practice what you preach, you are behind him, or don't say it at all. But from my mouth, I'm saying it, I've maintained it, I've said it all the time. I'm 100% in Ainge we trust.
Same. And I'll also caveat that with more signings are coming, guys. Everybody, hold on to your pants. We got this. No reason to lose your pants just yet. We're going to have some more signings come through the door. So, yeah. And then if it doesn't happen, someone can clip this and make fun of me. But I'm sure that we've got more coming in. And
We have.
and that's what I want to leave on. It's just good things are coming, guys. We just got to keep trusting in Ange, as Jose said. So
Before we go, we've had no one join as a member today, but we've had 3 super chats. And we've had a super chat from Colin's mum, who says, my first super chat, big up, boys. We had a super chat from Jim, just a guy who loves Spurs. Double is on. We beat City and we win the title. And we had a super chat from Chan saying, regardless of the signings and outgoings, trust Big Ange. So thank you very much for those that have super chatted.
thanks, fellas.
Once more, for people that are watching this on playback and whatever, I'm not sure whether you get to see the pinned link for the memberships. But if you don't, just go to our page, go to Talking Ball, and you'll find our memberships there. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and we shall catch up with you soon.
Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll play you out with our favorite song. Big love, everyone. Say good to yourself and be good.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.